Shalom Israel, I'm Brother Nakemia. First I want to say all praises to the Most High, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. I'm here today to expose another truth of misunderstanding of what the scripture actually says about the Garden of Eden. What is the Garden of Eden exactly? Is it a place or is it actually a starship? See, people spent a lifetime for hundreds of years trying to figure out where is the Garden of Eden. But what you come to understand that most people don't realize is it's written in the Bible what it is. It's not actually a place, rather, it's a starship, and not just any starship, but one that you would see in Independence Day, like a mother ship. And in it almost seems like an entire planet, like it's that big. So I will pull out the scriptures and I will show you clearly in the scriptures that the Garden of Eden was not a place, rather a starship sitting in the Middle East. So first, I will start in Genesis, and Sister Avi will read Genesis for you.
So Genesis chapter 3, verse 22. And the Yahweh Elohim said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore the Yahweh Elohim sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from whence he was taken.
So here we have Yahweh showing us that the man was taken from outside of the ship, which is the earth itself. Okay, so that's the first point that we'll make in explaining this whole mystery. Now we will go to another scripture to further prove the point.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Now, if you listen to that statement very carefully, you realize this was Cain, where he was driven out from the earth, which means inside the ship he's called in the earth. And then he goes on by saying, from thy face shall I be hid. And he goes on by explaining how.
And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Right. So it's referring to two different earth. You understand? You just got to examine that scripture carefully. Very carefully, because you see it's referring to two different earth. Okay? So we will move on to further prove the point in the book of the Apocrypha.
2nd Esdras, chapter 3, verse 5. And gavest a body unto Adam without soul, which was a workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee. And thou leddest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forward.
So that the latter end of that scripture is showing you that the Garden of Eden existed, and I repeat, existed before the earth was made. So if the Garden of Eden existed, this is the key point, existed before the earth was made, then that tells you that this garden would have to be some kind of vehicle or starship, as we now know, that actually came and sat on the earth after the earth was made, because the garden was in existence prior to the earth being made. So now we will move to another scripture to show you how the same Garden of Eden that left long time ago when Adam and Eve fell will return back to the earth in the which is referred to as New Jerusalem, and we will get that scripture for you to show you that the Garden of Eden was a starship, and we will explain, just like you see in Independence Day, these motherships is something of that nature.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from Yahweh.
So you see, there it is again, the Garden of Eden returning to the earth. You just have to be able to put the scriptures together and you will see how clear it is. The Garden of Eden is returning as the New Jerusalem. And I will make one more point from the scripture to show you. We will read one more scripture to show you further that there's a direct correlation between the Garden of Eden and the new city of Jerusalem that's going to return at the end. So this will show you now that in the Garden of Eden, you had a tree that was referred to as the tree of life. And in New Jerusalem, like when everything is completed, you'll have another source of energy that's called the water of life. So we'll have Sister read that one.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb.
So there we have it. You see, the Garden of Eden can't be found because it's not on the planet. You understand? It's a starship that was here at the beginning and have long gone and is about to return at the end of all this misery that the world is under. So all those misperception of the Garden of Eden and all those search that they've done, they would have never found it. And that's what I think a lot of people never actually got the understanding of. And hopefully this video will give you a better understanding of what the Garden of Eden was or is and what it will be towards the end or when everything is finally being settled on the earth. So once again, all praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and I hope this video have edified some people. Shalom.